When we open the links that got sent from the platform, it's going to be redirecting to this domain first, which is the Mailgun subdomain you've set up for each sub-account here. So if you go into the agency settings, go to email services tab, location settings. This is where you can see which sub-account is using which domain. So we will need to change the links in the email for tracking statistics. So when we're trying to open up links, it's going to redirect to this domain first before it shows the actual website. So the CNAME record that you've added when you're setting up your domain here. So for example, if you're trying to set up GoDaddy as in your DNS provider, you will need to add the CNAME record. And this is essential for your links to be able to open and for Mailgun to be able to track open and click tracking and then subscribes. So the record for the domain here should be pointing to Mailgun. That's how they fetch the data and show the email stats. So if you're seeing this error, how we can troubleshoot further is to copy this red highlighted domain. So depending on what your subdomain you set up. So for example, if I were to troubleshoot for this domain that I set up, copy this domain and then add email dot in front. So if you set up this domain, then the CNAME records you're trying to look up, it's email dot mg dot your company name. So let's go to our MX toolbox here. And we're going to paste the domain. And remember to add email dot in front. If you already copy it directly from the website that you're landing on, if you already copy email dot in front, then that should be fine. Otherwise, we're going to add email dot in front of the subdomain that you set up with the subaccount. So once you look at the record, it's going to tell you what's your DNS provider, which record is it pointing to. So make sure it's pointing to mailgun.org. And this is a good example. So once you look at the record, let's just say if you're seeing DNS record not found, then you're going to have to go into your domain provider and add back the CNAME records. So the way to add it back would be, this is for an example from Google Domains. So you're going to have to add email.support or email.mg depending on what's the subdomain you have. So for example, in this case, it's going to be email.subdomain, and then make sure it's pointing to mailgun.org. And remember, you don't need the root domain when you're trying to add the record. So here you would see all of these, it's a subdomain. So we're just going to put email.support instead of the entire domain in the host name. So the host name will be based on what's the subdomain you're trying to set up. And this is how we can add it back as a record. Make sure it's pointing to Mailgun. And for Cloudflare, we're going to make sure it's DNS only. So we're going to click on the orange cloud and then make it DNS only. Yep, this is the article. And yeah, so that one, we're going to make sure everything is DNS only. So instead of proxied, you're going to click on the orange cloud to make it DNS only. And yep, so fix the CNAME record. If you don't know how to fix it, be sure to reach out to our support chat, and then you can share us the screenshots of your DNS provider, like your DNS record area, and then we can take a look at what's wrong. And let's just say if it's already pointing to Mailgun, but it's still not working, then you're gonna have to log into your Mailgun account, click on the sending tab on the left-hand side, and go to the domain settings. And then once you scroll down, you're going to see added the tracking protocol, this option here, and make sure you switch over to HTTPS. So this is the Mailgun article that you can refer to. And let's just say, yeah, So here are the common issues. So make sure you're not adding the roots domain, and make sure HTTPS is enabled. And let us know if it still doesn't work.